Yo, man, what's good? So hit that like button, get the algorithm popping, subscribe, all that good stuff. So Skip Bayless is kind of been the butt of jokes this week. Dan Lee has been going at him. A couple people's been analyzing the show, the new format, even myself. And like I told people he was gonna do it. He had to shuffle the deck. He had to switch things up. He had Rachel Nichols on there. She debuted yesterday, but they're getting away from that formula where you had all four of these guys bunched up on that little table. So they're figuring it out. But nonetheless, Front Office Sports, which is a pretty cool website, they've been leaking out. They obviously got a plug working for Fox because they've been putting out a lot of info on Fox and Skip in general. But they basically put out the ratings, and First Take tripled Undisputed despite Skip's new lineup. He calls it the Dream Team. And Undisputed drew about 131,000 viewers compared to the 800,000 for First Take. So First Take averages about less than 500,000 viewers daily. Look, these numbers are not new. I'm not surprised. I thought people knew this. If you could break it down, Undisputed when it came out in 2016 was averaging 107,000 viewers, and it jumped up to 155 in 2017. Like I say, they never really averaged more. This has always been the average for this show since day one. It really has never really eclipsed that. It's always kind of, like I say, it peaked at 182,000 in 2019 prior to the pandemic. So this is what they've always hovered. Even this is when Shannon was there, Uncle Shay. You know what I mean? So, which by the way, these guys are pretty smart because Stephen A. just put this out on Instagram, no caption, kind of being petty. Everyone's like, "Come on, man! He gave you a start. He helped you launch that show. Why would you do that?" Stephen A. usually. I'm not surprised by anything that he does. His character can be kind of flawed. Everyone has a little flaw in them, but he does things for a reason, obviously, because the same time he dropped this news, Shannon Sharp just put out a new episode of Club Shay Shay with Stephen A. Smith as his guest. So that's not, by coincidence. Like, this is marketing. These brothers know what they're doing. So now he's put it out there. And like I say, look, it was at a point in my life 10 plus years ago when I could stay home and watch First Take at 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, but at this point, most people who are in the prime of their lives, like 15 to 55, that's their demo. People got school, people got work. Most people, even who check out sports at night when they come home, most people don't have the time to sit around and watch these shows. These shows are not as popular as you think. But social media and the way we consume television, that's why we like when that whole moment went viral when Shannon and Skip were at it over Tom Brady, and Shannon took off his glasses and Skip told him to put them back on, and he looked like he was about to cry. It was maybe 7 million views on that video on Twitter. And then you had tons of other people posting the same video clips and people watched it through that. How many people actually sat down and watched that whole episode? I know I didn't. I haven't watched this. This is, like I said, 2016, they were averaging these same numbers. And people like me had cable back in 2016. I haven't had cable since 2019. And the ratings have not changed. So it's like, this is what they were doing even in the cable boom era still. Like, this is their numbers. FS1 has not been around as long as ESPN. And hey, look, it is what it is. I mean, give Stephen A. his podcast on YouTube or whatever, his Hot Shot. It's kind of like a shock jock type of show. He's always saying something crazy. He's always talking about the Kardashians. He knows how to get people talking. And Skip hasn't really been able to get his podcast jumping like Shannon has or Stephen A. Maybe people just can't relate to this older white guy like they can to these guys. In an era where it's like sports media is starting to get more cool and people want to hear from cool guys or either athletes. They don't really want to see what these old white guys got to say anymore, I guess, because they're not really feeling Skip. Like Colin Cowherd got the volume. He signed Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay to the volume. Now, do you think his co-workers, him and Colin and Skip are in the same building? Now, that's got to be awkward for Skip. Like, Colin got signed Shannon Sharp to his network, and Skip's got a podcast. You think he's going to sign Skip's podcast to his net? I doubt it. I highly doubt it if Colin even has any interest in bringing the Skip Bayless show to the volume. It hasn't been that interesting. He did a recap on his first episode the other day, but I just can't get into the Skip Bayless show like that. He's not a one man act to me, but he has been. A lot of people have been taking the claps at Skip left and right. But like I say, he's trying for what it's worth. He's got people on the show at least. He's got people coming to work. Richard Sherman has good chemistry with him so far. He's only going to be on there, like I say, like 50 shows. He's not going to be on there every day. So it is what it is. But yeah, these sports wars, these sports talk show wars, starting to get a little out of hand. But yeah, Stephen A, man, it's real kind of petty. But hey, he felt the need to let y'all know that there is no real war, and that these guys are not real competition. And he's saying that the gap widened even more on Tuesday when Undisputed averaged 120,000 views and First Take had 174,000. And then they said on Wednesday, Undisputed plunged to 78,000 views, and First Take still stayed around that 400,000 mark. Damn, they went to 78,000. Sheesh. Oh man. And they said to rub it in, a pause, but the front office puts out the first 3 days of Skip Bayless's revamped program drew fewer viewers than Shannon Sharp's final episode in June, which averaged 154,000 views. And First Take did 400 something thousand that day. So like I said, even when Shannon was there, these were the kind of numbers they were getting. I know that some people are like, wow, that's all. Yes, that is all. These shows, people think millions of people watch this show every week. That's every day, and that's not the case. Now Skip is coming from a 2-month hiatus also, so you got to take that in consideration. But hell, Josina Anderson is on the show, so he's bringing in all of these people who were formerly at ESPN. Stephen A might not admit it, but I think he's kind of hurt Michael Irvin is over there. But hey, your boss and them laid him off. What you want to do? They didn't even lay him off; they fired him, and they laid off Keyshawn. So I mean, these guys they want to work, they want to do their thing. But he's got Josina Anderson on here. I seen that. I heard about it, but I didn't know if it was true. They're pulling out all the stops. I don't know how they're gonna keep the check from bouncing, but yeah, they cutting some big checks over there. Who was this? Doug Gotti or somebody said the First Take called First and Take, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this article's out there if y'all want to read it on Front Office Sports. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. It's Stephen A being petty. But like I said, I just can't wait for football to come back so we could talk about real sports again and stop talking about these stupid sports talk shows. Like I said, nobody watches this stuff, man. We just watch the clips. I don't know how many of y'all actually are watching these shows. If you do, let me know in the comments. I can't remember the last time I watched one of these shows front to back for 2 hours. Like, I don't have nothing else better to do in the morning. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit the like button. I'm out.